Hello, my name is Rajan Arora and welcome to my course Essentials of SQL Server Performance for Every Developer. You are watching the video of Module 4 Finding Performance Bottlenecks in SQL Server. Part 1 Module Introduction. If you are new to this course, please start it from the course introduction video for better understanding. Thank you. One of the best features about SQL Server is that internally it is always taking data about SQL statements that are being run in the database and other events that are happening. And we can access this data to give us an overall picture of what is happening inside of SQL Server with regards to our application. For example, SQL Server will give us statistics on all of the SQL statements that have been executed in our application database over the last several hours, including how many times a statement has been executed, how long the statement took on average to run, how much CPU the statements consumed, and how much average I/O needed to be performed. With data like this, we can quickly identify what statements in our applications are running well and which one we might need to do some performance tuning on. Now, you might think that you need some fancy, expensive tools to do all of this. And indeed, there are a lot of tools out there on the market that exposes this information to you in a nice user interface. However, these tools are just looking at data that is already inside of SQL Server, and all you have to do is to know where to look to find this data. And then you can just write queries to get all of the information that you need. The source of this data is a series of views in SQL Server known as a Dynamic Management Views, often referred to as the DMVs for short. If you go to this page on the Microsoft website, you can navigate through all of the different DMVs that are available and the data they contain. What we are going to do in this module is just concentrate on a few use cases that are the most important to us as developer and the DMVs that we need to solve these use cases. We are going to start off in this module by talking about the permission that you need to query the DMVs. Then we are going to talk about how to use the DMVs to see information like who is connected to SQL Server and how many resources each session is using. Then we are going to talk about how we can find what SQL statements are currently executing against our server. Then we will talk about how to find the most expensive statements that are running against our database. Next, we will talk about how we can query SQL Server to see if it has any recommendation about indexes that might be missing in our database that we need to create. And finally, we will discuss how we can find if our current index are being used and how often. Although this gives us a good database level summary of how our application is interacting with SQL Server, and it makes it easy for us to spot any performance bottlenecks that may exist. One last item I do want to mention is that all of the queries you are going to see in this module are located on my blog. So if you go to the link that you see here on the screen, I will also mention this link in the description for your convenience. All this query will be there, so you don't need to worry about pausing the video and trying to type this query in on your own. So with that, let's start by talking about the permission we need in SQL Server in order to access the DMVs and run the queries that we are going to see in this module. In order to query the dynamic management views, your SQL Server user needs to have the view server state permission granted to it. And unless you are a DBA, you are unlikely to have this permission by default. Traditionally, SQL Server's dynamic management views has been thought of as a tool for the DBA because they contains information not just related to performance but also about system health and configuration. The view server state permission gives you access to all of this information, and for some DBAs this creates some security concern to give away that level of access. It may be possible to get this level of access in your development and test environments, but it completely depends on the rules of the company whether this level of access will be available to you as a non-DBA user in a production database system. If you are at a company that is not comfortable granting this access in production to developers, you still have a couple of options though. First, you could have your DBA execute the query shown in this module and forward those results to you. The second option is that you could work with your DBA team to create some views over the top of the SQL Server DMVs that only exposes a specific subset of the DMV data to you, which would relax any security concerns. For this module, I am going to assume that you do have the view server state permission available to you as I show you these queries. So with that being said, let's start taking a look at some of the information SQL Server can provide to us around connections and sessions in the database. If you like this video, please do share, like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you and see you in the next video.